Hey, what is up, dudes and dudas? Let's try this kind of format. So I feel like you guys really like the video that I posted out about what are some stocks to buy, in the next 3 months and stuff. And it turned out that on Patreon, we usually post on when I got time, or usually in the middle of the night right now, like right now, like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever. Because I live on the West Coast, so then my time is a little bit different from a lot of my East Coast loyal Patreon members that we call them family, right? And then I sometimes post out some of those on Discord. And for those of you who are in the Patreon Discord, you have privileged access to those. But a lot of people on the open internet doesn't know that the value of that. And a lot of them usually go up a lot, in the next day, like XLO, save, and other things that we've been trading basically for the past few days. And you guys all know that I've been having this dilemma of what I'm supposed to do with my positions right now. So all of these stocks recommendations have nothing to do with my dilemma. So you guys can just check it out tomorrow. And again, we're not financial advisors. We do not give financial advices. Therefore, everything we say on this channel is for shits and giggles. But at the same time, you should invest on your own risk, at your own risk. So we all know that taper is coming by the end of November. Therefore, especially dividend stocks, especially this clear dividend that's higher than expected, is really good investment sort of choice for us right now, especially when they're a front-end consumer-facing business. Now let's give you guys some interesting stocks. So one of my all-time favorite stock is AT&T, right? So AT&T right now is at literally all-time low right now in terms of the stock price for the past 52 weeks. So, and then if they clear its dividends, it's going to be way higher than expected for the end of this year. So I do think it's really a good time, or sort of like a good timing period to hold physical shares, so then you can get dividend by the end of the year. And also it's a good time to buy quarterly options if you guys want to do the cheeky move that I might teach on Discord, or might teach on YouTube channel, where you can actually buy options at a specific time and then exercise them at a specific time, reap your dividend profit, sell them at a higher price with the premium. Basically, your premium is going to be worth it, and it's sort of like a lot of things will balance out, and eventually you basically buy these shares at a discount with time value added. Another stock that you guys should look at in terms of for dividend is, where's my thing? Is OPK. I mean, we are gonna talk about it on Discord a little bit more about it. But as for right now on YouTube, I'm just gonna sort it out there because they had a really good year, and I do think the year-end payment is gonna be great. But in terms of a lot of detailed stuff and maybe I'll post some exit and entry policies or strategies on Discord. Who knows? Depending on how I do tomorrow, because I really need to really figure out my medium-term strategy right now. Because right now, I feel like I need to transition a little bit of how I trade alpha on my portfolio. For those of you who want to hear about what is alpha and vega and all these Greeks on your portfolio, on option trading and on stock in general, you can comment down below. If enough of you comment down below or like this video or like that kind of comment, I will post a video on stock fundamentals. I think we need to really sit down and talk about stock fundamentals. Is like, what are the things you're actually looking for in terms of maybe picking a stock, or maybe whether a lot of people are buying into it, maybe it's not really good buying time period for you guys, or maybe just really fundamentals, okay, if I want to buy the stock, what are some things that you think we should look at that people don't really talk about, or just when you look at a stock that what you really look at on the SEC filings and all this kind of stuff. And again, a lot of times it really depends on whether you know the general economic condition or not. The only reason why that my predictions are really, really accurate and more accurate than other people is because I have a keen eyes I have a very interesting understanding of where the economy is going. and then based on my macro and microeconomic decision and based on behavioral finance cues that I see on the market, I sort of make my decision based on that. And this is why my predictions are correct. And also, I read a lot of books and, where Felicity is structured. Right now, Felicity is basically a algorithm that we use, or I use, that I created. And right now it's still semi-manual. I still need to do a lot of manual sourcing, but in the future it's going to be fully automated. Anyways, today's strong buy is BCEI, which now becomes a CIVI really, because it got a three-way merger. And due to the fact that the OPEC increased production just a little bit by December is not really going to help general economic condition of the US and US oil prices, even though the domestic production of US oil production, they try to increase it by a lot. Therefore, it's actually a really good idea to invest in fair valued or semi-undervalued oil production companies in the United States, which I found BCEI. Just happened that they have a three-way merger, and we know that when oil companies have a three-way merger, they will go through a consolidation period of time. That's really, really great for investors to go in. And I do think they're gonna have a higher than expected dividend. And another thing is a strong buy is actually SLB. For those of you who don't know, the infamous not Halliburton, I have no idea how to pronounce his name anymore. We started buying $33 call options 4 days ago when it drops a lot. And the reason why it's a strong buy is because little do we know that this company actually holds some lithium production contracts, and they actually invest in some lithium companies. So they actually invest in some. The reason why it's a strong buy is because their energy portfolio is diversified, which means they have batteries and they also have the traditional oil. And because they're a oil field service company, they sell equipment. You will see by the end of this year, there's going to be a lot of existing oil fields that want to purchase more equipment to ramp up their production, because this oil shortage situation and inflation situation is probably going to extend all the way to about December 25th this year, and maybe extending towards next year, depending on what our Saudi Arabian friends are really thinking about structuring, how the oil price is going to structuring. And because of and in terms of Russia, Vladimir Putin really want the oil price to go to $100. He has his own motives, and if you guys want me to talk about what his motive is, and maybe there's an imminent war in Asia, you guys can comment down below. I can also make that content, but I try to deviate from a lot of politics, because the way how I see politics is I see the money trails and sort of predict politics, and I make more bets based on my prediction on politics. But anyways, I think this is it for this video. So basically the takeaway for this video is 4 tickers, T, OPK, BCEI, which is now known as CIVI, and SLB. Alright, see you guys on the upside for tomorrow, and thank you me later. Well, actually, you guys can thank me by just smash the like button and subscribe. See you guys on the upside.